Oh wow. Oh, this looks very intricate though.
So, this is the article in question, is it? The small box deposited with the pawnbroker by Mr. McGilder 2 months ago.
And on the night of Mr. Windybank's murder, the only item on the shelves that was touched by whoever broke into the shop. Quick, quick, let's open it and see what's inside. Yes, I also want to know. I'm excited now. Oh? Wait, what? What's this?
Good gracious! This is no ordinary box, it seems.
Oh, is this a music box? Wow. Although in truth, I had an inkling that might be the case. It would appear that the box houses a miniature music box movement. Oh.
Then, is it too much to expect?
I think it would be reasonable to assume that it is a device for the playback of this disc, my lord. Ooh. Are we gonna get some answers now? What exactly is on the disc?
So, here we have the means to play back Mr. McGilder's disc, deposited at Windybanks at much the same time.
Not strictly correct, my lord. It was not McGilder's disc. It was the disc of his victim in the omnibus.
But why, for heaven's sake? Are we to understand that the brickmaker was trying to sell this music box disc to Mr. McGilder?
I wonder. I believe the answer will become clear if we listen to the music on the disc, my lord.
Yes, very well. Let the court now listen to this curious disc at last.
What? Wait, my lord?
Good grief! What is the meaning of this, Inspector?
The music box and the disc are, well, they're unrelated to the case. Gregson, why are you doing this? No need to spoil the somber atmosphere in the courtroom with some silly bit of music. This disc may very well have motivated the culprit in this case to commit murder. Clearly, there's every chance that is fundamentally important to understanding what happened. The prosecution has no objection. But no, that piece of evidence is police property now. Clearly, Scotland Yard has some vested interest here. But it is policy of this prosecutor to leave no avenues unexplored, and this is precisely why I like Van Zig so much. And you, Inspector, have no jurisdiction here to prevent that from happening. Gah! Well, congrats!
No further delays, please. Play the disc.
What exactly is on the disc? Oh, for McGilder. What? That doesn't sound like anything. Oh wait. 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 Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. I know. Oh. Okay, but I mean, I don't know how to decipher it right now, but I know exactly what this is now.
What on earth? That's certainly not what I would call music.
No. It's just the same note playing over and over again in irregular sequence. I don't know where it starts and where it ends, by the way, guys.
Hmm. Mr. Graydon.
This really is priceless. After all that, the music box is broken. Broken? It can't be, can it? Well, obviously, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the officer sent to fetch it didn't drop it on the way back to the courtroom.
Well, with much regret. I feel the court must accept that this music box offers little in the way of clues.
I don't want to say spoil too much. I also don't want to go and search up what I think it is. So we'll just play it out and see what happens.
Are you ready to move on, Counsel?
Come on. Yes. Alright. It does sound as though it's completely broken. But is it? Could this music emanating from the music box possibly be a new clue? It could be a clue. It could be a clue. I believe that it could be relevant, my lord.
Good lord! But how can it be? It's an abomination, Counsel. Mere noise. I fail to see how it can have any meaning whatsoever.
It's okay, Judge. It's okay. Let me tell you. It does sound strange, I agree. But there's one thing bothering me. While Graydon stands there chortling victoriously, the inspector beside him has a rather telling expression on his face. It's as if Gregson recognizes the sound, as if he's familiar with it somehow. And that's making him appear extremely on edge. What? If that's the stance of the defense, my Nipponese friend, answer me this. Oh! I mean, this is a lot of it. Okay, so I can't even begin to start noting it down. Just what relevance do you propose this woeful chiming has on this case? Is the defense's belief that the sound emanating from this music box is broken, an unusual genre of music not supposed to be music? Just because this is a music box, it doesn't necessarily mean the sounds we are hearing are music. Look at that. The smile vanished from Graydon's lips as soon as I said it. I'm on the right lines here. I must be. Making deductions based on how people react to what you say. Yeah, I think just like Hurley, you know. Oh, thanks, Iris. The sounds we are hearing aren't necessarily music? Well, now that you've told us what they are not, I'm sure the court would like to hear what they are. Do enlighten us, my Nipponese friend. Well, surely you have an idea in mind? Because if not, it will be the death of your ill-formed argument. It's okay, Van Six, let me educate you. Exactly. The music box is clearly broken. Refusing to accept that fact is pure foolishness. They've got me. I don't know what the answer is yet. Bruno. I've just examined the music box very thoroughly. And I'm fairly certain that it's not broken at all. Really? Really, the way it's been made, it can only produce a single note anyway. Thank you, Iris. Oh, thanks, Iris. That's really helpful. Oh. How many times are we going to hear this? Alright, well, if the music box isn't broken, it must mean that the sounds it's producing has some significance that isn't musical. Ah! Could it be? Is that what these sounds are? Ooh, it seems like he's figured it out. Something just struck me, Runo. I feel like recently, in the past few hours even, I've heard another sound very much like this one the music box makes. Yes, we have. Yes, it's a familiar sound. Actually, Iris, I was just thinking exactly the same thing.
I'm going to have to press the defense for an answer. If your assertion is that the sound produced by this music box is in fact not music at all, then what the devil is it, Counsel?
All the evidence we've seen so far, all the testimony we've heard, it's all pointing to one single answer now. The prosecution demands that my learned Nipponese friend presents proof now. Tangible proof of this latest wild speculation. Alright then. This could be the best chance I'm going to get to fight back in this trial. And if I'm right, it's going to join all the dots together. Let's see. Exactly why? Like, why was this disc so important in the first place, right? The evidence that explains the true nature of the sounds on this music box disc is, well, apparently I can't present a person, so let's see if there's an alternative thing that I can present. Okay, let me just see. Hang on. That explains the true nature of the sounds on this music box disc. Okay, let me see. Hang on a minute. Okay. Give me a moment. The true nature. Paperwork signed by Gina. Okay. The true nature of the sounds. Okay, I know what they're trying to hint at, but... Wait, is it the article? Because the article talks about secrets being leaked for it, but I think this is jumping too many steps already. That feels like it's jumping too many steps. Because obviously it's like radio communication, right? So let me just see this. There's a sensational story lower down the front page as well, look. Ministry Mo, classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. For 10-year-old, Iris certainly has a finger on the pulse of world news. It's about secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently, they're being intercepted by hostile nations. Communications are being intercepted? But how would somebody be doing that? That's the question, isn't it? I've come up with 3 different possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new career? No, I'm not. No, of course not. I wonder... Perhaps this is what Long Strongheart was talking about yesterday. Okay, so this part, yep. Yes, it could be, and it could explain why he has Grexy running from pillar to post at the moment. Okay, so it doesn't directly allude to, does it? Oh, does it? I wonder. Because honestly, right, that seems to be the only thing that is really close to what I want to talk about, which is that it is about communications. It's radio wave communications. More specifically, that's Morse code. I think it's Morse code. The way the lights were flashing on Jira number 5, the way the sounds were dinging and stuff, it definitely sounds like Morse code to me. But I don't think I have a direct thing that I can talk about except for the newspaper. So let me just try that. Let's see. I'm okay to take the mistake because I may be jumping the gun here. Okay. Oh.
Today's paper, Counsel. The headline is Pawnbroker Perishes in Pig Purse Plunder. Hardly supportive of your cause.
Judge, please. Please. No, my lord. I was hoping you'd look a little further down the page.
Further down. Ministry Mall. Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. Yes, this is a very serious matter being investigated at the highest level, I understand.
I have heard that international transmissions along supposedly secure lines are somehow being intercepted and leaked to various other countries. And presumably, those transmissions are in the form of wired telegrams? Of course. Juror number 5, your input please. Stop! Me, sir? Whatever is the matter? You told the court before that you worked at the same communication station as Mr. Graydon, did you not? Yes, that's correct. And the particular station where you work deals with government communications and newspaper reports? Oh, yes! We are not your run-of-the-mill communication station at all. Our work is extremely important. Then tell me, is this not a very familiar sound? Oh wow, oh wow. You don't mean to say, is it? That's right, madam. It bears more than a passing resemblance to the sound made by a telegraph machine as you tap it. I believe it's called Morse code. But I don't believe it! Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when it comes to leaking telegrams from government departments, there could be nobody more perfectly placed than a highly skilled communications officer. Are you suggesting that the music box disc contains stolen government secrets in Morse code? Uh-oh. This is gonna be a scandal though.
Order, order! Please, everyone, order! But this is high treason, counsel, deserving of capital punishment.
Holy shit. Too much new vocabulary. What is this treason? And what is capital punishment? The sorts of words I'd half expect you to know. Oh no. Real, that's a little bit too soon. Don't let him know. If not, your head may be next.
For sovereign government's confidential information, hostile nations would surely pay almost any price.
Yes, and on that night 2 months ago, that was the very negotiation that was taking place inside the omnibus. But in the end, McGilded perished and the all-important disc lay unclaimed in a pawnbrokery.
My word!
In which case, whoever stole that information in the first place must surely have been beside himself with worry. Because if the disc were to be discovered before he found his way out of the country,
it would reveal an act of high treason punishable by death.
So the culprit had no choice but to retrieve it. And in order to do that, he would have to gain entry to the pawnbrokery illegally in the middle of the night. Because the article left behind by Mr. McGilded would incriminate him too much if it got into the wrong hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Graydon? Oh, are you panicking now? Fun fact, Van Ziek's saying Nipponese in the original Japanese text is Nihonjin yo. Nihonjin is simply Japanese person, but the yo is a highly unusual suffix that I don't know, but I will have to guess it's derogatory in some way. Oh wow. Oh, today I learned. That is interesting. Yeah, Nihonjin is like just Japanese person, right? Yep. Interesting. Today I learned. You think I've been stealing government secrets? Preposterous. Absolutely preposterous.
So, in response to the defense's accusation, you claim complete innocence, do you?
Well, of course I do. I've had to stand here in silence while the pretentious foreign lawyer has been prattling away. Oh. Then by all means, counter the charges, sir. Aha! It seems like Van Zieks has caught him in his trap. The prosecution demands the witness testifies in response to the accusations brought by the defense. Are you ready to defend yourself? Delighted, I'm sure.
The witness is reminded that the crime under scrutiny is this trial, or in this trial, is the murder of the pawnbroker, Mr. Windybank. That being a most flagitious offence for which the law of this land sanctions a capital punishment. But the heinous act of high treason is no less serious a crime. I urge you to bear that in mind as you testify, Mr. Graydon.
Interesting.
So then, let us proceed. You may...
Who was that? Oh, what?
You're gonna let us have a rapid and talk here, Governor. We got things to say.
Why are you guys back?
I beg your pardon? Who do you think you are?
Name's Nash Skulkin. Occupation is professional baddie. Name's Rigger Skulkin, but we ain't baddies enough to sell out our motherland. That's right, we're what they call?
Yes, the Skulking Brothers. Yes, and what? this time, Gregson is actually standing on the correct side, so they don't need to look right this time. Right? Yeah, they don't need to look right this time.
The three Skulkin brothers.
Bad timing, fellas. Very bad timing. Jeez, these two. Okay, let's see what happens. Graydon's counter. A mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information. Besides, the sounds produced by that music box aren't even Morse code. It was some low-class brick maker negotiating with McGilded anyway, was it not? I have no relation to the man.
Look, all we done is break into the gov the other night like what he told us to do. If we known there was dodgy government secrets involved, we would have touched it.
Gregson certainly has the chin to be one of them. Oh no! Did they just... Wait, I just realized, did they just pretty much say that like that they are affiliated with Grayson?
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin?
One Mr. will do, Governor. What's up?
Do I take it that you now admit to the crime?
Oh, that as well.
That on the night in question, you did indeed gain entry to the premises illegally. And moreover, you did so as a party of three in collaboration with Mr. Graydon here.
Yeah, precisely. They pretty much just said everything.
Yes, are you rubbing a chin now? We did, Gov. We did.
Wait. Really? Oh.
Quieten down, please. What say you to that, Mr. Graydon?
Oh, wow. I'm surprised that happened. Okay. I have no idea what these two ruffians are referring to.
Yes, sure. You little rotter, getting us mixed up in all this monkey business. You never said nothing about no government secrets. It was supposed to be a straight up job. And what about the geezer who shot you once, eh? Poor old bloke didn't have to die, did he?
Nice to know who your friends are. That was so good. Whatever these men say, I deny the accusations.
Indeed.
Sure, continue denying it.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this little music box to become so significant in the proceedings. However, as it has, I will admit it into the court record as evidence.
Okay, small music box. This strange music box only appears to be able to play a single tone. It was deposited at Windybanks 2 days before the Black Overcoat. Okay. Interesting. I wonder when I'll have to use it. Let's do this. I'm going to tear you apart, Graydon, Benedict, whatever your name is. A mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information. So is this newspaper headline accurate? Government communications are being intercepted? How could I possibly know? What do you mean by that? Any important government communications are handled by high-level officers, by specialists. General members of staff in the station where I work would never be entrusted with sensitive information. Wait, what? Oh no, stop, oh no, stop, must say something, stop. Let me guess. Juror number 5. We regular communication station officers aren't as lowly as you're being led to believe. A team of us are responsible for setting up and testing the telegraphs used by the ministry. And Mr. Graydon is the team leader. Thank you. Thanks for letting us know. I appreciate it. That's fascinating. Haha. Haha. Graydon is highly skilled operator. Stop. Currently in presence of idol. Stop. Oh. He's your idol? Okay.
So you had access to the equipment used for these confidential communications, Mr. Graydon.
05 is mechanical? Oh no.
Well, what of it? The transmissions are always made behind closed doors, so they can't be heard. And in any case, all messages are sent and ciphered. Normal employees couldn't possibly understand them.
Oh no, stop! Must say something, stop! Yes, please continue. Please continue. I would like to hear everything that you would like to say. Mr. Graydon regularly attends meetings with ministry technicians and the ministry communications team. Wow. He assists them in ensuring that there are no errors in important international communications.
That pretty much just means that he would have the deciphered one, isn't it?
And he's received the top prize at the cipher cracking convention 5 years in a row now. This is great.
That's fascinating.
Yes, do you have anything else to say? Graydon is highly skilled operator. Stop. Currently in presence of idol. Stop. This is amazing.
Well, your idol would appreciate it if you'd keep your mouth shut.
She should really pick her idols more carefully. He's so good. 05 is tearing him apart pretty much, so yes. Graydon doesn't look abused well. It's okay.
I tell you, these lawyers' accusations are completely unfounded.
Yes, keep trying to defend yourself. Besides, the sound produced by the music box aren't even Morse code. Okay, juror number 5, would you like to say anything?
They're not? To anyone with a brain, that will be blatantly apparent on listening to that music box for even a few seconds.
Of course.
Surely it can't be that my learned friend is unfamiliar with Morse code.
Please educate me, sir. Ouch. He looks genuinely shocked at my ignorance. Well, it's fine. Oh, wait, is this? Wait, who is this that's laughing? Oh. I would be more than happy to demonstrate the basics for you, sir. Yes, please. Yes, juror number 5, please carry on.
A lesson here in court?
Morse code is a continuous series of 2 distinct tones.
Tones, you say?
Yes, a short dot and a long dash. By combining those in different ways, you construct letters. Not very distinct as far as I know. Well,
I see.
For example, this is A. That went by really fast. Oh wow. For example, this is A and this is B. But when you listen to the sound produced by this music box, you only hear one tone, don't you?
But it sounds so similar. The rhythm of it is the same and everything. But there's no discernible meaning to this apparently random sequence of sounds. So your assertion is fundamentally flawed. This is not Morse code. Really?
No! Are you serious?
Really? You shouldn't be so surprised. What did I tell you? That music box is nothing but a worthless piece of scrap. Perhaps you might consider studying your subject matter before casting aspersions in future.
Ooh, ouch.
Stop. Nothing to say but stop. Oh, poor thing. Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it?
Iris?
I mean, if the government secrets are somehow being leaked using the music box, so many other things will slot into place so nicely. Could there still be something I haven't considered?
Would it really be impossible to use this music box somehow to play back Morse code? Would it really be impossible to use this music box somehow to play back Morse code? Well, let's take a look at it, I guess. I haven't examined it yet, so well. What can I say? Oh, what's this? Okay, wait. Before that, wait. Let me look at the top first. See how the 4 McGilded disc sits in the music box the man deposited at Winniebank's. It couldn't be a more perfect fit. So there's no question then, the disc was designed to be played in this music box. Yet, despite that, the sounds it produces are neither musical nor do they appear to have any meaning. It just doesn't make any sense. I wonder, if perhaps there's more to this music box than Mr. I. Maybe we haven't discovered all his secrets yet. Oh, wow, okay. Interesting. Well, there was a thing at the bottom. What's this? What's that? Oh! What is it, Bruno? I've just noticed something about this music box. It looks like the bottom of it opens up as well. Ah, you're right. Well, come on then. What are you waiting for? Let's open it. Okay, sure. Alright then, here goes. Oh, what? Look at that. There's another mover on the underside. So, does that mean you can set another disc to play back on this side? Yes, I think so. And it looks like 2 movements are linked together. They are linked. So if you had 2 discs, they will both play back at the same time. Oh, I see. Okay, got it. Thank you, Iris. That really helps. That actually really helps. Okay, would it really be impossible to use this music box somehow to play back Morse code? Well... Is it impossible? I would say that it seems impossible at this point. I think. I would say that it seems impossible for now. The defense will concede that the music box is irrelevant for the time being. For the time being? Such optimism. Too debonair to admit defeat, are we? Those gesticulations are really starting to be great. Yes, they are. It can't be Morse code unless it has 2 distinct tones. Perhaps I should examine that music box in a little more detail. Well, I have, and I know what it means, but we don't have the necessary things just yet, I think. We'll see, okay? We'll continue with it first. I know what I need to go for, but it doesn't seem like we have the necessary evidence just yet. It was some low-class brickmaker negotiating with McGilded anyway, was it not? I've no relation to the man. So he's referring to thrice-fired Mason. So, 2 months ago, in an omnibus, McGilded killed the brickmaker and stole the disc. Mr. Mason was a single man with almost nothing to his name. It seems he lived in an artisan quarter some years ago, but people there remember little about him. That doesn't make much sense though, does it? How would a humble brickmaker come to acquire secret government information? How indeed? That's strange, huh? There must have been somebody else involved behind the scenes in all of this. Somebody who acquired the disc and gave it to Mr. Mason, in order to take it to a meeting with McGilded and negotiate a deal. Oh, okay. Dear me. Yes, you may have it in for me, sir, but I assure you, I have far more class than that. An old brickmaker from an artisan quarter and this well-to-do communications officer. If only I could find some evidence to link the 2 of them together. I don't think I have the evidence right now. We'll see.
If you have nothing more to add on that note, let us return to the witness testimony.
Okay, let's continue. Look, all we did is break into the shop the other night like what he told us to do. Like Mr. Graydon told you to do, you mean? That's it, yeah.
Who else, eh? Silly me thought he was just popping over for a natter after all them years, but the rotter had a dodgy job for us. Eh, Ash?
Oh, his name is Ash. Okay. Let me stop you there, Mr. Skulkin. After all them years, you say? Do you mean to tell me that Mr. Graydon is an acquaintance of yours?
We're the sociable kind of baddies, you know? Sure, let's say Graydon's an old China.
Oh wow, oh so cute! Look at that face though. Oh, that's adorable. Enough! Why don't you baddies decease with the fiction?
Oh no.
Obviously, I don't know this man from Adam. Now, for the last time, stop trying to implicate me in your sordid thievery.
Well, that's blooming nice, ain't it? You little turncoat. Fine, if that's how you want it, two can play at the game.
Oh wow.
We ain't never earned it all this geezer before either. Don't know him from Adam.
Dash, that's not how this works. Oh no.
Never spoken to him before in my life. Never even seen him. Never, Nash. Never.
Good grief! Such a blatant lie will not stand in my courtroom.
I mean, you guys.
Well, all I'll say is this.
Okay, before we... Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe I should actually press this first. I will go back to the reaction later. Okay, I want to press this first. If we'd known that there was dodgy government secrets involved, we wouldn't have touched it. So, do you know nothing about this music box?
We didn't know nothing. We still don't know nothing. And we ain't planning on knowing nothing about it neither.
But 2 nights ago, you did indeed break into Windybank's pawnbrokery, didn't you? In your original testimony, you said that the door of the shop was ajar and that it was like some kind of a sign begging you to go in. But the truth is, you were planning to break into Windybank's all along, weren't you?
We were, Gov, we were. You're right there. Cause that's what he told us to do. It was his plan. Haha.
And why was it Mr. Graydon's plan to break into Windybank's that night? Did you not ask the reason?
Well, he said the place was full of stuff when making. That's what he told us beforehand anyway. Turned out it was a load of cobblers, didn't it? I weren't best pleased, I can tell ya.
In any case, if they know the real reason, it doesn't sound like they're going to give it away.
Oh, okay.
All of a sudden, we seem to be up to our necks in a serious matter of national security.
Yeah, it just suddenly went a completely different direction for this case.
Although, all this talk about interception of secret government messages is still just conjecture at this stage. It would explain a number of things though, wouldn't it? The negotiation Ginny overheard on the omnibus 2 months ago and the break-in at Windybanks. But the trouble is, it wasn't Mr. Graydon in the omnibus with Mr. McGilder. No, that was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker who was so horribly murdered. If only there was some link between the two men somehow. I know, but Mr. Graydon's testimony seems to be as watertight as ever. I wonder if the key to us making headway with the cross-examination here could be those two brothers. Yes, enjoy your pear and apple. It's okay, I know what to do. Okay, blah 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 blah. Let's go to the 4th statement. All we did is break in, yes. Let's go to the part where adorable little guy reacts. Okay, this one I need to be careful because there's only one statement where he reacted and after that he forgets. Okay, not forgets but he stops. Oh, there we go. Graydon's and old China. Oh, so cute. That's so cute. Is something wrong, Mr. Skulkin? Oh god, here we go again. No, the other Mr. Skulkin. Please do not go to Gregson.
Oh, what? Who? Me?
When your brother was testifying just now, he said something that seemed to cause you to react.
Oh, I was just remembering the old days, that's all. We used to have a right old laugh together way back when.
Together with Mr. Graydon, you mean?
Yeah, with Ash. I mean, you look at him now in his fancy whistle and flute and you wouldn't even ever naive it. But when we was younger, he was from the poor part of town, just like us.
Is that so?
But he was always a leery one. He had the braids, he had the savvy, always coming up with smart ideas like what would never have gone through our aids. God blimey, ain't that the truth? Remember Milverton and Skulkin's milk run? What? There was a cocker, eh?
Why are we reminiscing old times now? Save it until after the trial. Your reminiscing has no place in this courtroom. And neither does your fruit. Oh no. Hey. They just wanted to eat the fruit.
Oi, the geezer asked us a question, didn't he? And we was answering. Yeah, we ain't done nothing wrong.
Nevertheless, the court is not prepared to accompany you on your trip down memory lane. Counsel, can we turn our attention back to the testimony, please?
I don't know. Could that sentimental story be relevant somehow? Can we just add it to the testimony, please? Jeez. My lord.
Yes, counsel.
The brother's last sentimental statement could hold vital information relating to this case.
Very well, counsel. I will permit the brothers to supplement the testimony with that detail. Briefly, I hasten to add.
Okay, fine. Briefly mention it, okay?
Say no more, a Skulkin's never Skulkin.
Yes, thanks. Okay, what are they gonna add? Milverton and Skulkin's milk run. God, them were the days. What? I'm sure I'm going to regret asking, but what exactly was that? Some kind of business?
Just a little scheme we had going back when we was youngsters. A bit of fun, really. Delivering fresh milk to the locals, that's what it was all about.
That sounds alarmingly legitimate. There must be a catch, yeah. I mean, for how sus they have been so far, I don't think that they will just deliver milk and that's it. I suppose since we are here, I should ask them to elaborate. But on what? Okay, can you... okay, let's start with the business model. The name is definitely very suspicious. I will get to that later. Please tell me more about your model. Exactly what are you doing with this? So, how do your little business work exactly?
Well, every morning down our way, the milkman would come with his cart to deliver milk, see? If you're stuck your empties at your front door, you would leave here them full again, right?
Yes? I think that's how the milkman usually does things.
So we swooped in the action, got people to sign up with us.
So that you can deliver milk to them?
We promised to deliver milk for half the price of the other geezers doing it.
Half the price?
People couldn't wait to sign on the dotted line. We were raking it in, people.
So, do you live on a dairy farm or something?
Gordon Bennett, are you off your rocker? Yet nothing, we are too poor to have a farm.
Right.
Nah, what we had going on was simple once you had the idea. We just switch them over, see? Our customers empties with the full ones from anyone who wasn't on our books.
Oh wow. Okay, I mean fine. That's smart, I guess.
A doddle, right?
I think you meant to say a diddle. And that's a crime.
It was just an armless bit of fun, that's all.
Milking the general public in such a fashion is most certainly not armless, as you put it.
Well, it was him what came up with the idea. Ash is the evil genius.
You mean Mr. Graydon? Oh.
Yeah, Ash always had his head in the book when we was growing up. Said he was gonna get himself an edumation and get out of the slum we lived in. Edumation. Oh, we all wrecked him about that, didn't we? Told him he was soft in the aid to even think it. But look at him now. He's only gone and become a blinking communication officer, ain't he?
A communications officer, Mr. Skulkin.
What? Sean's and Wilson's milk run. What? Iris? No, we are not doing that. No, Iris, don't even think about it. Oh my god. Jeez, Iris. Okay. Wait. So of course the entire part was fun, but I think the name is the one that will give us a very big clue. So let's go back there again. This is so silly though. Okay, let's get to that particular statement. Yes, we broke into the Gulf. If we known that there were dodgy government secrets, yeah, those were the days. I would like to press again. This time, please let me know about the name. Yes, some kind of business, a bit of fun. Yes, delivering mail, which sounds very legitimate. I suppose since you're here, I should ask them to elaborate on the business name. So, this business was just a bit of fun, you say? And it was just yourselves and Mr. Graydon involved? Yeah, that's it. Milverton and Skulkin's milk run, was it? Yeah, that's it. And where did the Milverton part come from? Oh, alright. I thought a clever clerks like you'd have worked that one out. It's...
Enough of this. How much longer are we expected to listen to this drivel? I don't...
Let me guess. You don't accept anything these two witnesses are saying? Tell me, why is it that it was only at the mention of the name Milverton that you decided to interject?
Because well...
It weren't the happiest of homes that one came from. Yeah, his old man was struggling for money so much, his wife walked out on him. She took the name Graydon then, see? But Ash will always be Milverton to us.
Oh! Wait, so his name is Milverton, not Graydon. Milverton. So that used to be a surname, did it? Of course not. This is all bunkum. I've been a Graydon since I was born. Do you really think you can rely on the testimony of these two thieves, huh? You're a communications officer attached to the civil service. As such, your personal details will have been thoroughly checked at the time of your appointment. It will be a very simple matter indeed to subpoena those records, Mr. Graydon.
Well, it will appear that Mr. and Mr. Skulkin's testimony has been reliable for once. You were born Ashley Milverton then.
Okay, I guess I have to note that down. Ashley Milverton.
Is that correct?
Very well, yes. So Ashley Graydon was once Ashley Milverton. That information could change things and could turn out to be extremely important, okay. Oh, Ashley Graydon, a telegraph operator at a central communication station whose last name was once Milverton years ago. He's a childhood friend of the Skulkin brothers. Okay. Huh, but it seems as though we... okay. Strange. This is tricky. What's the name of from the other case? If you mean the victim from case 3, thrice fired Mason. A mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information. Besides, the sounds produced by that music box aren't even Morse code. It was some low-class brickmaker negotiating with Matilda anyway, was it not? I have no relation to the man. All we done is break into the craft the other night. Oh, and then if we'd known, we wouldn't steal it. Those were the days. Okay, you know what? Let me go back to this statement. I want to try something. Can I? Aren't even Morse code. Oh, can I possibly try it? Can I try it? Yeah, they're not? Yeah, okay, let me try that part again. Oh. Oh yes. Yes, I'm not familiar with Morse code, it's fine. Yes, hi Gerald number 5. Would you like to teach us? See, there's a beep versus a beep. Do you guys hear the difference? Ah, there's the difference. That's A. And B is beep, 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 beep. Okay, so the reader is the same. No? Hey, Festo. Okay, this is not Morse code. No! Okay, can I test where was it that I could like do something about it? Okay, before casting aspersions, stop. Okay. Oh wait, is there a way to... Oh wait, was this not the one? Oh, could there be something I haven't considered? Would it really be impossible to use this box to somehow play with Morse code? Give it a try. Let's see whether I can use this option. There's still every possibility that this music box was instrumental in the leaking of government secrets. That's the belief of the defense, at least. Does it please you in some way, my Nipponese friend, to repeat the same line of argument ad infinitum? Or infinitum? It's already been established that to be Morse code, 2 tones are required, dots and dashes. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Then what?
Well, it would appear the defense has a hypothesis to put forward.
Oh?
You had better present your idea at once, counsel. How do you propose that this music box, which appears to produce only a single tone, could have been used to cipher secret messages into Morse code?
Oh, can we do it here? Oh, okay. Let's do it here. Can I press it here? Yeah, so then after that is like, you open it. Yeah, it looks like the bottom of it opens up as well. And then, come on there, what are you waiting for? Open it. Yes, let's open it. Yep. Another movement on the underside, right? Does that mean you can set another disc to play on this side? Yes. The 2 movements are linked together. If you had 2 discs, they would both play back at the same time. Okay, can I please Okay, let's examine this first. Who would have thought there would be a second movement on the underside of the box? And this movement is like the other one. The comb's teeth are all the same length. So, this movement also only produces a single tone like the other one? Yes, you must do. Except that the length of the teeth on the 2 combs isn't the same. So, the single tone produced by this movement will be different to the single tone we've already heard. What? Basically, each movement can only produce a single note. But the notes they produce are different. A music box that can only play 2 tones. Ah, can I present this? Coconut!
Good gracious, what am I looking at here? Another movement on the underside of the music box?
What? Ah. It appears, my lord, that the 2 movements are linked together. In other words, you can put 2 discs in this music box, and the sounds of both will play back at the same time.
Good heavens!
As the court has heard, Morse code comprises of 2 tones, a short dot and a long dash. With a second disc in place, this music box could be used to generate Morse code and convey a message. This is beyond a joke. I'm sorry? This poor excuse for a lawyer has absolutely no evidence to support his claims. Though of course, If my learned friend were able to present the court with the second disc, that would be another matter. Well, I can't at the moment. And may I remind the court that, as the witness has pointed out, he was not the one in the omnibus with McGilded 2 months ago striking a deal over the disc or discs.
Indeed, that was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
Exactly! I had nothing whatsoever to do with it.
Though it has holes, I must admit the argument presented by the defense has much promise. I believe the cross-examination should continue.
The link between Graydon and the victim of the omnibus case must be there somewhere, but I haven't found it yet. Oh dear, it looks like you need to give your argument more strength, Bruno.
You will reiterate your testimony if you please, Mr. Graydon.
If I must, do I maintain exactly what I did at the start of this pointless cross-examination? Okay, let's see. It was some low-class brickmaker negotiating with McGilded anyway, was it not? I've no relation to the man. Okay. I've no relation to the man. Let's take a look. Let me just see. Let's look at the case again. Victim found deceased on the last scheduled omnibus. Mason Milverton. Oh my god, it was right here. There we go. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we freaking go. Well then, we would like to say that you have no relation at all, huh? Mr. Ashley Milverton. Tell me, why did you try to hide your former name from the court? Because I haven't gone by that name for years. It means nothing to me. No, I don't think that's the real explanation at all. The truth is, you had a reason to hide that name. Ah.
Explain yourself, please, counsel.
I have here the notes from the omnibus case, my lord. And as we all know, the victim, the man who we now understand to have been negotiating with McGilded.
Yes, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
That's right. Only Mason wasn't his surname at all. It was his given name. His full name was Mason Milverton.
Milverton? Do you mean to say saints alive?
Mr. Ashley Milverton, is it not the case that the brickmaker, Mr. Mason Milverton, was your father? I don't... As I believe I mentioned earlier, your family history will have been thoroughly checked when you joined the civil service. And it really would take no time at all for the court to subpoena those records. Ah. The truth is, you have been illegally acquiring highly confidential government information and selling it on to McGilded in collaboration with your father. Oh wow. Oh man, that means that Mason is not a good guy either. Holy crap, that's sad. Oh, spin. I had to give you a more gentle R instead. The new facts and evidence unveiled by the cross-examination of this witness all come together to reveal the truth. The truth, you say? Spin move, yeah. That you collaborated with your father, Mr. Mason Milverton, in illegal dealings with Magnus McGilded.
By dint of this music box, you mean, counsel?
Yes, stealing information being sent in secret government communications and selling it on to McGilded. Mr. Graydon concocted this elaborate scheme of using 2 music box discs to encode the information. as presumably a safety measure against the information falling into the wrong hands. That's smart.
And a very effective one. I shouldn't have given the scheme any credence whatsoever.
They were really smart on this. They planned it very well. But the deal with McGilded went sour and the brickmaker met his end. Yes, but before he was arrested, McGilded managed to temporarily dispose of the stolen disc at the pawnbroker. Then, having learned of the situation, you appeared at Windybank's 2 days ago, in an attempt to recover the 2 articles McGilded had placed in pawn there. But that attempt failed. One of the discs was seized by the police and the other you never found. So that same night, you enlisted the help of the Skulking Brothers and broke into the pawnbrokery. Man, this is getting exciting. This time, determined to recover the second disc.
Are you suggesting that the second disc was inside the music box?
Eh? We never knew nothing about that.
On the night in question, on the night that Mr. Windybank was killed. Yeah, he touched the box, right? He moved it. The intruder to the pawnbrokery touched one item and one item alone, the music box.
As rather ingeniously demonstrated using the 2 prints from the security camera indeed.
So, the question that naturally begs answering is this: why was only that one article disturbed? Because clearly, he was only specifically looking for that one thing and he knew that was inside, right? The answer is obvious, because it contained the second disc which the intruder was desperate to retrieve. Since, if it were to fall into the hands of the police, it would be proof of high treason. Well, Mr. Graydon, do you deny that all of this actually began on that fateful night 2 months ago? I refuse to accept any of this nonsense. I mean, refusing to accept it doesn't mean that you are not, like, guilty in this, but okay. Sir, there appears to be blood seeping through the sleeve of your jacket. Oh, I didn't even notice the blood stain just now. What? Ah! 2 nights ago, we know that 3 shots were fired at the scene of the crime in Windybank's pawnbrokery. One took the life of the pawnbroker himself. One struck the pouch around Mr. Sholmes' waist. And the final bullet struck the calendar on the wall of the shop, having first pierced the arm of one of the intruders. Mr. Graydon, that wound on your arm that you seem to be trying to hide is a bullet wound, isn't it? How long are you going to be able to hide this from us?
It's Gaia now, Mio China. Time to call it quits and croak, I reckon.
Don't acknowledge my presence there under any circumstances whatsoever. Those were my terms, remember? And I paid you handsomely to comply.
Oh.
Clearly, I was a fool to think I could trust some common backslum thieves.
Oh wow, he's actually admitting to it now?
Fine, I admit it. I was there in Windybanks that night. I paid this pair 10 guineas to accompany me. And as you've noticed, I sustained an injury in the course of my adventures.
Ooh.
But that is all. I admit to nothing more. Stealing government secrets? Negotiating with Mr. McGilded?
You can still dance with the injury? That's impressive.
As God is my witness, I'm sure I recall nothing of the sort. He's not going to go down without a fight. Not until I can show hard evidence, I suppose. Yeah, he is going to be a tough nut to crack. We have to get sufficient evidence on him. Nevertheless, the defense has now established a crucial fact. Which is? Well, we know that one bullet was fired from each of the two firearms we have in evidence. The bullet from the Skulking Brothers' gun hit the pouch around Mr. Sholmes' waist. And the bullet from Mr. Windybank's gun clearly must have been the one that caught Mr. Graydon on the arm. So which? Oh, so who shot Windybank, right?
Indeed, he must. We can't rule out the possibility that the man shot himself.
And that leads us to only one conclusion. Mr. Windybank was shot by a third gun, which can only have been fired by the third intruder.
Goodness!
Ah. That's right, Mr. Graydon. The only person who could possibly have shot Mr. Windybank that night is you. Ooh, this is exciting. Oh my gosh. Oh. Who was that? Oh. You little upstart. You made a grave mistake when you summoned me here. What? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, as you rightly say, I was there at the pawnbrokers. I did my best to hide the fact, naturally. I had no intention of ruining the distinguished career I built for myself at a communication station. But did the thought never cross your mind? Did you never consider the possibility? What? What do you mean? What thought? What possibility? The possibility that if I was there at the scene, I may have witnessed the crucial moment. You see... He's gonna say that. This makes me a key witness in this case, and I have my hands firmly around the neck of your client. I knew it. What?
Are you suggesting...
I saw it all. I saw the very moment that pickpocket girl pointed the gun at the poor defenseless pawnbroker and shot him. You... What? Ah, I expected this. Oh my god. Of course he's gonna save himself this way, right?
Order! Well, it would seem we are finally entering the last act of this theatrical trial.
Well, we are. Mr. Graydon? Yes? I trust you are fully aware of the implications here. If it is shown that your claim is false, you will have incriminated yourself as the killer. Oh, I understand fully. Oh, he's this confident, huh?
Then I must ask you to give your formal testimony once more. You will explain to the court precisely what you saw at the moment the defendant allegedly shot the victim.
Let's see. What kind of lies does he have now? Nothing would give me greater pleasure